So I had to do the reaction. I'll leave the link to this video in the description. I had to talk about this, man. So shout out to Pimpin Ken, man. It says trust is a thing you can't afford. Don't trust family, friends, or talk only action. And like I said before, if you ain't never really chopped it up with pimps before, they got a lot of knowledge, to be honest with you. And you'll be surprised. But let's get into it.
What's up? Today, we're going to speak on a very, very important topic. The reason why the topic is so important is because your life depends on it. The things that I'm going to impart to you and talk to you about are life-saving skills and techniques. You have to be a strategist. You have to be strategic in everything you do. You should never make a move unless you know the next 10 moves because your next move is your best move. Every move should be predicated on the success of the next move. The previous move should be beneficial to the move that comes after that. And the reason why is because if you don't have a plan, if you don't know where you're going, any road to take you. If I throw you in the middle of the Sahara Desert and I tell you to find your way home, you're going to get lost. But if I give you a navigation system, you're going to be able to navigate your way up out that desert. That's the only way is that you got a navigation system. And a navigation system is so important. So today, I'm going to navigate you with some good game. I'm going to put you up on some things that your dad and your uncle probably should have did years ago. I'm going to show you better ways and brighter days just like Frida Lake. And I'm going to show you that by being a mastermind and a master thinker and very alert, I want you to have PSTD, post-traumatic skepticism disorder. I want you to be skeptical about everything. I want you to trust no one because trust is a commodity that we just can't afford. You cannot afford trust because trust have caused so many men to lose their empires, to lose their wives, to lose their lives, to lose their freedom because they trusted somebody that they thought wouldn't go snitch on them. They trusted somebody who thought wouldn't break in their house. They trusted somebody who think wouldn't put a bullet in the back of their head. They trusted somebody who they think that they can borrow some money to. In most cases, when you put trust in somebody, it ends up being extremely detrimental or extremely deadly. So trust is a commodity that we can't afford. When I think about trust, I think about Robert Greene, The 48 Laws of Power. I read a chapter in the book where he talked about a young man who was a king and he had a partner who was a peasant. But he wanted his partner to share in his wealth. He wanted his partner to share in that power. So he started slowly but surely giving his partner power. He put him in charge of the treasury. He put him in charge of the military. He put him in charge of all of the government officials. And he told them, whatever he say, listen to him. He's the man. He's my man. He's my partner. I love this dude. And everybody did what he said do because he was the king. So they started trusting him. They started taking his orders. And eventually, he did the unthinkable. He had his he had the military go and arrest the king, put him on charges, uh, give him the death penalty, cut his head off, put it on a stick, and brandish his head throughout the village on a horse. And he did it with so much pride and proud because he toppled a man that he was envious of. And that's one of the things that you got to understand. Trust can cost you your life. Had another partner. He was hustling with this dude. They was getting a whole bunch of money. They was selling dope, grinding, getting money. They had twin Benzes. They lived in the suburbs together. You know, uh, they were doing everything together. Just one of the partners was just a little bit too flamboyant. He was riding around in brand new Rolls Royces and had big jury, had 6 or 7 women that were having fun. But this was his man. He trusted with everything. Everything the man asked for, he gave him. Even though it was against his will, he knew that the man was making them hot. He still gave them everything. But he thought because he was giving them everything, that there's no way possible that this man would ever turn on me. And before they became big, they did some crazy stuff together, some stuff that could have put both in the penitentiary. He know that they both had too much on each other for them to cross one another right. But what happened was the partner got caught up. When he got caught up, he told the feds when the next big shipment was going to come. He told on his man. The only thing that saved the guy, and this is my partner, he told me the story. The only thing that saved him was that the package didn't come on time. Another package that came, and the feds missed the package. And he moved the money just in time, not knowing that the feds was coming. But he had the money in an old truck, and he had the truck removed from the garage. But in the truck was millions of dollars. His best friend, his partner, told on him, wore a wire on him, tried to bang him down, even though he was fronting him 100 of them at a time. Crossed him. I had another partner. He had
Oh my bad. I'm just talking. So my bad, real quick. I thought I hit the unmute button, but I had a homie, and I said I had the 48 laws of power right here. So my bad, y'all. I had it right here, and I had a homie. He was in a similar situation. He was selling it, and he had a business and everything. I don't know if the business fell on hard times. He needed more money. And him and his partner was doing it big. His partner was telling all the women in his hood city that he was the biggest dope dealer. They was the biggest dope dealers, and eventually got back to the feds, and the feds got him. So trust ain't just like, oh, you break the trust of you stab me in the back per se. How he was saying, sometimes trust is negligence. Sometimes trust is, you trust somebody who can't shut the fuck up, who ain't too smart, and it'll bite you in your hindsight. But let's go.
a young lady. She was down with him. You know, she cooked for him, cleaned for him. You know, made love to him whenever he wanted to make love to her. And eventually, what she did, she called some of her brothers over there, caught the man when he was asleep, blowed his brain out, robbed him from all the money in the safe. This was a woman that he had trusted. He trusted this woman. He thought that this woman really loved him and that she had his best interest at hand. In reality, it was totally the opposite. He ended up losing his life because he trusted this woman who made love to him every day, that cooked and cleaned for him. It was nowhere in the cards that said that she would do this to him. But that's what happened. Then you remember The Godfather. That's the big one. And The Godfather, Michael Corleone, his brother, same mother, same father, went to Vegas and crossed his brother. You know, uh, was mad because he thought, because he was the older brother, that he should be the Godfather. Fredo, Michael Corleone's brother, sold him out to Harmon Ralph and all the people in Vegas and so on and so forth. And Michael found out when he went to Cuba that his brother had crossed him. So what did Michael do? He had his brother killed after his mama died because his brother had betrayed his trust. See, most people, they start at your feet, end up at your throat. If a person come to you and they tell you that they love you and that they down with you and they're going to be on your team and they'll never cross you, those are the ones that you got to watch. Those are the only people.
And he ain't lying, man. He ain't lying. What'd he say? He said the people that start at your feet is the people that go at your throat. The people that say, I love you, I never cross you, I never do you dirty, I never cheat you, them the ones that try you. Them the ones who do it because they feel like most people say when it's a homicide or there's a crime committed or a robbery committed against a person, it's somebody that you know. Because they feel like you gonna have empathy for them because we have a connection. That's why it's a lot more dangerous for them to go rob or do something to a person they don't know because it ain't gonna be no empathy and ain't gonna be no sorrow. I can't feel more likely I'm not gonna feel bad for you. So if I catch you stealing, I'm going for your cap like Furious Styles did when they broke in their house and Boys in the Hood.
That can cross you. It's the people that's close to you. A stranger never get close to you. An enemy never get close to you, but your friends and family are the ones that's close to you, and those are the ones that are more apt to cross you. Learn to judge people by patterns. If a person do the same thing every day based on moral principles, and all of a sudden he do something malicious or something licentious, then you know that that person was just only presenting his representative. That's not the real person. That is the person that he was portraying to be. But the real finally come out. The real is that he's a snake. He's a cross-out artist. He's a scam man. He's a con man, and he's trying to play you and throw you off with all this generosity and all this kindness and niceness. But in reality, this person is a cold-blooded snake. And we know the story about the snake. The old lady who seen the snake frozen on the bridge, she picked the snake up, took the snake home and thawed the snake out, and fed the snake. As soon as the snake got well, he bit her. She said, "Why?" He said, "Why did you bite me?" He said, "You know my nature. I was a snake all the time." The scorpion. He saw the turtle. He told the turtle, he said, "Man, let me get a ride on your back." The turtle said, "No, because if you sting me, we both gonna die." And he said, "Come on, man, I'm not gonna sting you." You know what I'm saying? So they got into the river, and what did he do? He stained him. He said, "You know my nature. I'm a Scorpio. That's what I do." He said, "I know it's gonna cost both of us our life, but I'm a Scorpion. The snake is a snake. The scorpion is a scorpion. When you see fake people, believe them. Trust me, nobody is 100.
All right, before you get to this part, yeah, trust people, trust their patterns. Don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Doubt the benefit. Don't trust people, bro. Don't trust what they say. Oh, I love you, cousin. I know you love you, son. Biggie had a famous line. I think it was on the Tic Tac Crack Commandments. Said properly gassed up, even your mama set that ass up. You can't afford trust. Legally, illegally, you can't afford nobody to be 100 until y'all go through it and you see they 100. That's what he's saying. You gotta be skeptical. You gotta doubt the benefit before you give somebody the benefit of the doubt. They gotta earn that right. And even when they earn that right, the tables can turn and they can change. That's human nature. Human nature is to save my ass and not you. It's not too many selfless people out here that's willing to save you over them. It's like it's you got parents out here that's willing to save themselves over their children. You got people out here that pick themselves over their children. So how do you expect some of these people out here to choose you over them? It's rare. Human nature for most people is to save themselves. When you got, people that go into the military and they form that brotherhood in the foxhole. You got firefighters who put their life on the line for people and animals. You got, people like doctors who put themselves on the line of diseases. Them people are special people. CNAs, nurses, because they all can catch something or get sick doing it. Most of the time, but you can't give people the benefit of the doubt. You have to be skeptical. You can't go in here lollygagging. If you grew up in the streets, there's some knowledge that you can't even get from college. If you grew up in the street, you know this. And it's funny how people in the street still trust people in the street when there's no code. It ain't no Sunday truce. It ain't no bro code. It ain't no honor amongst thieves. This is what he's trying to tell y'all. You must doubt anybody that come through that door. Don't get nobody the benefit of the doubt. If they did whole shit to Ashley or they did whole shit to Jackson, they did whole shit to Bob, Bill, what make you any different?
Your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend say they 100, but they'll never tell you your breath stink. They'll never tell you, baby, lose some weight. That ain't 100. Now, they may be 75. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Everybody is 75, but I don't know too many people that's 100. So 75 means you leave 25% for the bullshit.
And think about that. That's, that most people ain't 75. Most people ain't 25 and a quarter real. Look on YouTube. You got niggas like Anton Daniels playing the character, lying about his life. A lot of these laptop revolutionaries lying about their life. A lot of these dudes ain't 100. Smackwater said ain't no such thing as a 100% real nigga. Everybody got 10 or 20% of bitch nigga in them. And a lot of the people who got 10 or 20% is just because, somebody done did so much bitch nigga shit is just in retaliation, but it still make you a bitch nigga. It's like if you cheat back and women like, why cheated back? They think it don't make you a cheater. You're a fucking cheater. Don't matter.
So if somebody bullshit you, you leave 25% open for bullshit. Because more than likely, when you encounter people, 25% of them are going to be some shit, some bullshit. And if you get to 50, that means that they're a snake or they're a scorpion.
Most people at 50. Most people ain't 25, have 25. I'm telling you, man, most of these people are some hoe ass people, man. I be telling y'all that, bro.
So don't trust nobody. Vet everybody. Judge people by their actions and not by their words.
And I'll let y'all go back and watch the rest of this particular video, but he's 100% right. Judge the actions of the woman, judge the actions of the family member, judge the actions of the homeboy, judge the actions of everything you see when y'all going out to restaurants, y'all going out to Applebee's, y'all going here. Trust the actions of people. If they look suspicious, if their hands in their pocket, you always trust the actions. Never trust the words. And even when you trust the words, you watching the actions as they telling you the words. A lot of times the physical, the physique isn't matching, or the physical posture isn't matching the words. It's a big red flag. But hey, shout out to Pimpin Ken. I'll leave the link to that full video in the description. And if I can remember, I'll pin it in the chat. Hit the link tree. Say find me everywhere. You find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Patreon, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Peace.